So let me know when you're on and I'll get started. So tomorrow we leave for Salt Lake City for the $1 million trip. So I'm so excited. I will try to keep you guys posted with pictures and what all is going on. I'm so nervous. I'm excited but nervous, and I haven't started packing yet. And it's 7 o'clock, and we have to leave at 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, that's why I came on early because I actually got ready to do this early. And, anyways, I figured that it would be easier to um, finish this and then go and focus on packing. So, hey, Laura, thanks for joining me. Happy that you're here. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. All right. So, before I start stamping, I do have, I want to announce winners from last week's video. I just want to say thank you. There were so many wonderful comments, and I just really appreciate them and I appreciate you sharing. So I said that I would give the card away that I made, but I decided to give two cards away. So I wanted to announce the winners of those cards. So the card that I made, Donna Diller. Ooh, Donna Diller, you won that card. If you missed that video, you can go back and watch that. It was last Monday. And then Diana Marshall, you will win the Red Lantern card. Okay, so tonight's card goes to the wonderful gal who let me borrow her stamp set. She bought it at a party, and she said, why don't you play with it and come up with some ideas? So Ruth Myers, thank you so much, and I will give you the card that I make tonight. Okay. Hey Barbara, thanks for joining me. All right, are you guys ready to get started? I will pop over here to my other screen, and I'm going to go ahead and show you show you the bundle that I'm using first. It's the Share a Milkshake bundle, which I did not buy, but you know how it is. When I show you stuff and when I play with stuff, then I need it. And I'm telling you, this is not your run-of-the-mill stamp set. And I hope that when I'm finished showing you all that you can do with this, that you will see as well that it is really awesome. The designer paper that I'm using is the gingham paper. And I've used it before, but I just want to show it to you again. I thought I would pull it out here. It is so much fun to work with different patterns in the same colors. If you're a quilter, you will understand that this is just, now granted, they're all gingham, but it's really fun to mix and match larger gingham to tinier and so on. So I hope that you'll get to see that in the cards. Now, when I'm finished with this card, I will have two other cards to show you, so don't run off too quickly. But this is the card that I'm going to show you how to do. I got this idea from my friend Lisa Crucio, and it's a different fold. It's a little extra, like a cherry on top, right? So you get to open two flaps, and it really shows off the whole stamp set. So there's really nothing better if you want to show how cool this stamp set is. All right, you'll see the shimmer and stuff going on there. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through pretty much step by step. I'm not going to cut all of the paper, but I'm going to show you some of the basics because, oh, and I did want to tell you that the new dies that you can order from online, the Elegant Border dies. Let me just give you that number in case you are looking to purchase this set. 161593. 161593. And I used this one for the flap here. I decided to do that a little different than she had done. But anyways. Okay, so first we're going to cut, let's see, we need this at 4 1/4. I put some lotion on my hands because they're so dry. I'm hoping that I got it cleaned off enough that it doesn't make my paper greasy. You are going to use pretty much the whole card stock, the whole piece of cardstock for this card. So first we're going to do the base of the card. We're going to score that at 5.5. And y'all know I don't typically do that on here, but we're going to cut and score. And then I'm going to cut 2 3/4 inch off of the front, so that now we have this fold. Grab my, and then we have this piece which will go here. So this is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And I really left that with I went a little strong with my bone folder there. So that was a little shiny. All right, then the other piece, we're going to go ahead and do this at the same time. So this is the inside piece, and we are going to, let me see, did I write this down? 10 inches by 3 1/4. 3 1/4 width. And then I need 10 inches in length. So I do need to open this. And we'll do 10 inches here. And then while I have this in here, let's go ahead and just score it in half. So 5 inches will be the half mark. Let me get the cutter out of the way. Okay, so that's finished, and put that back. Let me go ahead and use the bone folder on this. Okay, so this is our inside piece. Then we have, oh shoot, I forgot my inside piece for my card. Hold on one second. I think I have a piece right here. I need a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4. And I forgot to cut that. Okay, hopefully I cut everything else. Okay, let's go ahead and put some of these pieces in just to get them off my table so that I don't make a mess. Now I did pre-cut this, so I'm going to use this piece. I'm going to swap this out and use this piece instead. So this will be our card base, because I wanted to get that die cut ahead of time. I had to do that on a regular machine, a regular Stampin' Cut emboss machine, because it's very long. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me just see here. I can go ahead and put this inside. And hey everybody, I didn't say hi to the rest of you, but welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm going to just position that down on top of my designer paper, just so that fold, when it folds down, isn't going to be blocked by this extra fold up here. Okay. Now there's a couple other pieces. Let's see. Everything else is stamped. So we're going to put this aside, and I have 2 pieces that are 3 1/8 by 4 7/8, and these are going to go on that inside card piece, this one here. Okay, they're going to go on there, and we're going to stamp those. I'm going to pull out my Stampin' Pierce mat, because I need to stamp off some ink, and I also am it's a photopolymer set, so we want to make sure that we do that all properly. So these are all the colors I'm using. Let's see, crumb cake, might as well go ahead and open those all. Smoky slate, call it gorgeous gray. I don't think there's any such animal. It is gorgeous, but you know. Okay, and the sweet sorbet, early espresso. I'm trying to talk way too fast. Okay, so I have all of my stamps laid out here. I'm going to go ahead and do these 2 pieces. Now, one of these is the inside piece. It's going to have a little tag here, and I'm going to use this little scoop stamp. There's 2 parts to it, and that's going to get stamped with our crumb cake. So I'm going to stamp this squiggly looking one first. This is where it's really, really cool. And I do have my cleaning pad right by my side because I'm putting all of these together at the same time. And I do want to, because I have two on here, I need to make sure that that one's clean before I do the next one. Now this one I want a little lighter, so I'm stamping it off to get that lighter color. And I'm going to try to line that up on here on camera. Ta-da! Is that not cool? It just gives a really awesome funky, maybe funky look to the dish. All right, let's see. I need one more of those. Let's go ahead and do that. This one I'm doing full strength, and it's going on the other card. And I'm going to put that here. And then I'm going to go ahead and, I think we're finished with that. I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. This is my little ice cream. And we're going to do that in Sweet Sorbet. I'm going to stamp that off. And then I'm going to stamp it right over here on our little ice cream dish there. And did I do that right? No. Yes. This one. Okay, I almost scared myself there. This one gets early espresso chocolate ice cream. Might as well do that before I wash it. Okay, so I can clean that. And I am using my scrubby cleaner. Because I'm using somebody else's stamp, it's really important to me to make sure I'm cleaning these right away. Of course, we know they're going to stain, but I'm going to hopefully get the least amount of stain possible. I know, sorry, I had that a little close. And then I can dry it on this side. Okay, next we're going to mask this, and I have two mask pieces. This is a Post-it note. This is my congratulations who won. That's not. It's another Post-it note that I had made. It's this one. It has my name on it. So there, you'll see a little greenery there. But anyways, so that's going to go here. I'm only worried about it on this right side. When I put my Post-it note down, I want to be able to see just a little bit of my stamped design. So I'm scooting that to the side just a little. I did try to trim it down as I cut it. And then I'm also going to go ahead and mask this. On my sample, I cut this piece out, but I don't feel like it. Oh, shoot, I'm doing that in the wrong one. Never mind. Hold on one second. Let me do this one. I'm like, there's no room there to stamp my milkshake cup. And anyways, I cut this one out, but it doesn't need it. And my philosophy is, if you don't have to die cut it, don't do it. All right, so this is the milkshake cup, and it's two-step as well. So we're going to ink this funky one in Smoky Slate. We're going to stamp that in full strength over top of our image here. And then I'm going to wash that. And I'm going to ink the solid one. And I want that to be lighter. So again, I'm going to stamp that off. And then we'll line that up on this top right and top and bottom right edge. Okay, now let's take this off and see what we have. Isn't that cool? So I can keep those masks and use those again. I'm just going to wash this. We are finished with that one. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this one. We need some little hearts. We're going to do that in the Sweet Sorbet. And I will wash that. Let's see, what else do I need? Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp the greeting. Now the greeting is one piece. It says, "Life is sweeter with you." But I want part of it on a white piece. And I don't need that piece. That must be extra. I want part of it on here and part of it on here. So this is what we're going to do. You could use a marker to ink it, but there's a pretty good division between the letters there. So I think that I can ink one part. And this one goes on the white. I'm going to just bring that back here towards me so that I can stamp it straight, hopefully. So Life is Sweeter. And then and wash that off good so that we don't have any transfer. And then With You, I want to ink with the Early Espresso. Do it here on the edge so that I'm not catching anything extra. I don't feel like I got my Y done too good. I don't think I got any on the S, but just in case. And then With You. Now, if this was my stamp set, I would have just cut that right there and had 2 stamps and been done with it. So you can do that if you choose to. Just because that will make life a whole lot easier, right? All right. Sorry to be cleaning these so much right away, but okay. Now, what do I need to do next? Oh, let's stamp the big ice cream on top of there. That's this one. And we're just doing that solid, I think. Did I do that solid? Yeah, I did all the chocolate solid. I didn't want it to look I think brown doesn't look as nice when it's stamped off. So, yummy chocolate sundae. I'm not a chocolate ice cream person. I like chocolate in ice cream mixed through it, but I don't like a base of chocolate for some crazy reason, except for if you're getting Wendy's Frosties. I like those in chocolate. Okay, now there's a couple pieces I hope that I have here. These are just fun little additions. Here's a little bit of chocolate drizzle for on the top of our little ice cream mound there. I should have cut out one of the spoons. I'll show you the spoon in another card, but I think that would look really cute on here. I wish I had done that, but I can always add that later. And then we're going to build the front, and I'm going to put a cherry on here. So let's go ahead and glue this on. Just going to add a little bit of green glue. Oops. Get my measurements out of the way. And let's grab this guy so that we can put this in place. Okay, just had to hold that in place a minute till that glue held. All right, so we're finished with those two. Oh, no, we're not. Okay, so let me show you something. So when I die cut this, it left me a little slice here so that we can put a straw in. How cool is that, right? Now, I didn't die cut this one, so I had to go and do my own hole. Let me get my little cutter thing here. And I have a knife. So I just came in and I did that same shape right here because I wanted to put a straw there. And I just rounded it a little bit. And get that out of the way so I don't cut myself. Now I can put it in here. And I left it stick up and I just glued it on the back. And I'm gluing this flat, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to stick a little glue under here. And then let's go ahead and put these in place. That way we know that they're where they need to be. So that's going to go on this top of the inside. Isn't that cute? All right, now this one goes, it looks like I smudged that. Let me see. Where's my eraser? It is probably in the bottom of my bucket. I see it. Okay. you might not be able to see it. It looks like a really light smudge, but on white, it's going to look nasty. There, that looks okay. All right. So I think this one, other than the greeting that I'm going to stick on there in a minute, this is ready. So this is our second inside piece. And then we're going to just pop this right on here with a little bit of green glue. We already have a lot of depth with this card because we have so many layers. So you'll notice I'm not putting, oh, I didn't cut that wide enough. Oh well, that's okay. That still looks all right. I don't know what I was measuring, but anyways. Okay, so there we go. Now we're ready for the front piece. Let's go ahead. Most of the front piece is die cut, but I do want to show you, and I thought I had a piece of extra cardstock here. Where did that go? Here's a piece. Okay. So I'm going to stamp all of the things that we're going to die cut, and then I can show you what we're going to do with that. So I did go ahead and die cut this. There's no stamping to that, but you see the waffly on it. We're going to do a little bit with that to make that cooler. And then, let's see, I'm grabbing these stamps because we're going to come back and stamp a couple of these. I do want this stamped off again. So we need one of those. And then we need a chocolate one. This is going to be a double dipper. We need a chocolate one. And then we need a cherry. And that's going to be full strength sweet sorbet. And what else do we need? I think that's it. And then I can just run that through and die cut that. And through the magic of television, I'm missing the chocolate one. Oh, no, I'm not. There it is. It's cut a little crooked, but I think we can still make use of it. Okay, so let me just scoot this aside since our stamping is finished. Let's work on this piece first. So this is our waffle cone, and this folds in, and I'm going to use my my brush. I used early espresso, but I'm gonna start with crumb cake just to get a little bit of a base. You can get too much, and I got too much on my one card that you'll see. It looks like a chocolate waffle cone, which I guess will be okay. So let me get a little early espresso. I don't want to hog too much on there, but. And then it's sort of nice if you go over this. I feel like you can see that waffle design come out a little bit more. Oh, got to keep this open so I can get this whole thing. There, you see what I mean? It's very easy to get too much. Okay, let's go ahead and do this side. How are you guys doing tonight? Anybody stamping this evening? I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thanks, Kay. All right, so there we go. Now what I did for this is I put a dimensional on the inside of it because I wanted it to look like it had some depth to it. And you could even like take your bone folder and round this a little bit. And then do the same thing on the other side. And then I just put some glue on here and tacked the top part down. Hopefully you can see the depth there. It makes it look rounded instead of flat. Just holding that together for a second. Let's go ahead and put this one. This one's going to go, let's see, did I put that one? I put that one on top. I put the chocolate one first. I'm going to put dimensionals in here for the chocolate one. And then, whoops. Because I have the cone so popped up there with the dimensional and with the curving it with the bone folder. Okay, just enough to cover that top part, and then this one is going to go on with some green glue on top of here. And you see that little slice. I don't want to see that one. I'm going to cover the top one with a cherry, but I definitely want to cover that one. And then we'll pop a cherry here. I'm not going to glue that. I'm not going to pop that up. I'm just going to glue that down. Oh shoot, I forgot to show you how I changed this stem so that I didn't have to use the markers on. You can just add a little bit with your early espresso marker if you want to. Alright, so it looks more like a stem than a... Although it could have been a maraschino cherry, because, you know, when they put those in the jar, the stems are all pink too. So, okay, so now we're ready to put this on the front of our card. Let's pull that back in here. We have a couple of pieces for this layer. I have all this extra paper here. I'm not sure why I brought that in. So we have all of these. We're going to go ahead and put those together, and that will be our front layer. And a little bit of white just to make it stand out. I love how she did these colors together. I think they all go so beautifully. And yeah, I didn't change much other than this front I changed. Okay, so now I'm ready to put this down. I'm going to look here to see about how much glue I want to add. I'm just going to keep my finger right there so that I don't put too much glue on here. I don't want it going everywhere. I want plenty though, because it has to hold this whole piece. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put a touch in here just so that this area can be glued down to that as well. So just getting a little bit in there. And now I'm going to turn this sideways so I can get this down first time, hopefully. There we go. Hold that in place for a few seconds. We are almost done. Can you believe it? All right, there we go. Did I get that straight? I think that's all right. And then this is ready to go on. Now I am going to put some dimensionals behind here because, as you know, we popped up this piece. So this piece will go flat if I don't pop it up. So we're going to go ahead and hide 2 dimensionals behind there. And then a little bit of glue on the cone, and it should be good and secure. Okay, here we go. Oh, and that's so cute. Okay, now we need our saying that we stamped here. It looks like I stamped this in brown on my sample, but I did it in red here in the sweet sorbet. And I am going to put 2 dimensionals on either side because it's going to go over that raised cone. And turn it right side up and we'll be good to go. Center it. And last but not least, I added a little bit of shimmer to the cherry with my Wink of Stella pen. Don't you guys just love this Wink of Stella pen? And it's really easy to do. It doesn't take any time, and bam, it's nice and shiny, and it adds a little pop. And then I am going to use our opaque adhesive back gems, which I'm about out of the white ones. And we're just going to pop a couple of them on here. You could use these as well. I used them on one of the other cards, and they actually looked really nice. I think I'm going to stay with the white just because I'm going to try to do it about the same as I had. So I use 2 different sizes there. There are 3 different sizes on here. Okay, so I think, did I do everything? Let me look at the sample. Make sure we got everything. We've got our, oh, you know what? We should do Wink of Stella on this one too, shouldn't we? To follow through. And you could always put something else here, like you could write on this page, but I think it's just so pretty and pristine like it is. It just adds, it's like a second front of the card. So you get a double wow on this card. And then there you go. So, all right. Do you want to see some other cards? I didn't get a lot done. I did spend a lot of time on this today, but yeah, I only got a couple other cards done. Let me close these pads really quick though, because I sure wouldn't want to get them in the ink. That would be messy. Oh, I did forget to stamp the straw on my paper that for die cutting. I did need to do that. Okay, so here's the other two that I did. This is another fun fold that I thought was really cute. So it's sort of almost like a stair step. It's a double Z fold. But yeah, I pretty much did these designs on my own. I wanted this to be the same width as this, which is, this is a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock that I scored at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And so, of course, the front folds back, and then that means that this is 2 1/8 in here, so I made this the same. I will try to post these measurements for you. You might see this card again if you are coming to my retreat and doing the fun fold swap. So this will be one of our cards. I do want to add another designer paper to here. I forgot that part. But anyways, I still think it's cute. There's that spoon I told you about. Wouldn't that look cute in this dish here, especially with this gray here. So I'm going to add that to that. And then the third one is this one. And I used the basic borders dies to do that that fun look. Looks like bubbles. So yeah. And I used the red gems there on that one. All right. I hope that you enjoyed that. And I will try when I get back. Maybe I can get this posted for you, some measurements posted for you, and so that you can make that card as both of these cards as well. All right. So thanks for joining me. Don't forget, if you want to place an order for March, the code is here. You will get the March cards if your order is over $40, and that's while supplies last. So and also I just want to mention really quickly that our inks we're having a refresh, and we're going to know that soon. I think I saw something today. We're not supposed to see it till the 29th. So I don't know. I thought somebody posted it today. Maybe you guys who are demonstrators can correct me. But anyways, we're going to know really soon what colors are changing and going out. So I'm just going to encourage you right now. Don't wait. If that list comes out, those colors are going to be gone. The refills are going to be gone. If there's a color that you have failed to get a refill for, or you didn't get yet and you really want, make sure you do that soon. So yeah, so that you don't miss out. Because when that list is out, when the retired list is out, it's over. It's game over. It's while supplies last, and you're good luck. All right. Thank you again. Have a wonderful week, and check back often for photos and stuff from the trip. All right. God bless.